Broadcasting from our new studio with state-of-the-art piranha plant protection to your computer or mobile device, this is Minecraft News! Hello and welcome to Minecraft News, bringing you the most news for your views. I'm Adam, aka Swimming Bird, filling in for Frank Farter, and here is the news. Now, we've got a ton of 1.7 news to talk about, including a huge blog post from Jeb today concerning the Biome update, but I will get to that in a minute. We're going to go sequentially here. So first up, Jeb tweeted this: big question before heading to Game Developers Conference Europe, GDC Europe, should I separate flowers from flowering plants? That means the rose would get moved or replaced. And he clarified with this by saying, for example, all roses magically turn into red poppies and a new rose bush is added. This is because when he was talking to people on Reddit, he mentioned that he doesn't like how the rose is singular. It should be a bush. So he might change the red flower from a rose to another flower, and then we would get a separate rose bush item. So that is possible that could happen in the future. Now, someone asked him about the pink flowers and the other plants coming in this update. Can we farm them? Using the example of lily pads as something that we can get naturally, but we can't actually farm them. Now, Jeb responded by saying, I haven't decided 100% on this yet, but I think I'll use the current system, i.e. use bone meal and grass, with the exception that the produced flowers will be biome specific. We'll see. So possibly if you use a bone meal in a certain biome, you'll get a biome specific plant to pop up. Now, Dinnerbone was recently on the Minecraft podcast, and he talked about his fishing changes that he implemented. So now we're getting some specifics on these, and these are really interesting. He mentioned that this isn't something that you'll want to do 24/7, but it's not something you would avoid now, like the current version of fishing. There will be 10 to 15 different items that you can pull up through fishing, with tons and tons of possible variations. He said the amount of variations on these is a huge number that he couldn't even fathom, basically. But some new types of fish are going to be added. He did mention that. They're not in yet, but they will be added. Some other stuff you can get, such as garbage, like boots, of course. That's a fishing staple. Name tags. They would be super rare, but he said this will help with servers who, it's very hard to get a name tag on a server because dungeons are quickly cleared out. Now, you can also get fishing rods of different durabilities, like used, old ones, new ones, and even enchanted ones that increase your success rate for fishing. And also, the time to get a nibble has changed. He also mentioned lots of particles. He's not specific about this, but maybe when you're reeling it in, the water will splash everywhere really cool. That's what I'm hoping. And he doesn't want to add sharks when one of the other the people there mentioned sharks, but he said he maybe would like to add a kraken. So hopefully we get that in the ocean biome or something. That's been something that a lot of people have been wanting for a long time, like a boss mob to spice up the oceans. Now, Dinnerbone tweeted this, super exciting screenshot of the options screen in 1.7 so far. Did I mention exciting? Also super and exciting. Now, this is, you can't get much from this screenshot other than the question mark meter there and a spoilers tag, but this is also a possible feature that I'm going to mention in a little bit. I think we figured out what it is. Now, this is a really cool screenshot here. Jeb tweeted that he was testing level generator stuff. Probably testing the snow levels. As you can see, the snow is spawning because this is a very high kind of like sky floating, almost looks like something from Avatar's floating cliffs here. And when Jeb made this, Notch actually asked him to keep this as an option, as a way to generate our worlds. And he says it's really resource heavy though, but the word has come down from Notch, so hopefully we will see this. Notch is not very involved with the direct development of Minecraft anymore, so it's interesting that he had his own opinion about this. Now, when Jeb got back to the office, he said, in case you missed it, Minecraft has been confirmed for PS3 and PS4, so this is big news. It's not just going to be on computer and Xbox Live. And Notch also added, and the PS Vita, although I'm not actually sure the contracts are done. So, we'll see how that goes. But basically, all of the Sony systems seem to be getting Minecraft, so that's good news for people who are fans of those consoles. Now, Dinnerbone also tweeted this: the new 1.7 Select Resource Pack screen. Now, this is, I think, the feature that he was hinting at earlier. You can have multiple resource packs now, and the top overrides the bottom. Easy to have both a sound pack and a texture pack. And to clarify this, he showed this little GIF here, which shows how you can reorder the different resource packs. Now, you should have one that you can use for texture. You could either use one for everything, or you could have one for just textures, one for sound, mix and match your resource packs as you want. And someone also asked him, with the little ordering here with these arrows, could we get that for the server selection screen? And he said, well, okay, I'll look into it, but no promises, because that little that thing would make it a lot easier to order your servers around. In a bit of Minecraft Pocket Edition news before we get into the big Biome news of today, Jeb tweeted that Pocket Edition 0.7.4 has been submitted. He hasn't done anything with it, so you should thank Johan Bernhardsson and Tommaso Cecchi. Those are the Pocket Edition developers now, I believe, since Jeb kind of stepped down for messing with that. One of the exclusive features that's in Pocket Edition that is pretty interesting, and I hope gets added to the computer version, is if you light creepers with a flint and steel, it will cause them to explode, which is kind of cool. Now, on to Jeb's Mondo blog post. Accompanying this, he had two images, one showing Biomes in 1.6 and then another showing the new Biomes in 1.7, so you'll be able to see these as I go through here. Now, these images are also scaled 16,000 by 12,000 or so blocks, so you can see they're way zoomed out, so don't be alarmed when you see the abrupt changes. Now, here's the highlights of Jeb's blog post. He said, first, there's going to be huge changes to biome generation. And the last time they've done this was the jungle biome in March 2012. Now, in order to avoid needing to change the world generator again in the near future, we try to do as many changes now as possible. So this is going to be a major update. Three problems that they wanted to address with this update: the oceans were too large, there was too much uneven random biome placement, and not enough variation. Those were the major complaints that they got. So here are their solutions. Now they're going to tweak to add more islands and checks to avoid huge oceans. And if you see in the 1.7 image, it does look very different. A lot of these oceans, now remember that the scale is super zoomed out, but the oceans are way smaller than in 1.6. A lot of people were already complaining, saying the oceans might be too small. But as I mentioned, like the scale is huge. So Jeb already responded to this, saying that a lot of these are still more than 3,000 blocks wide, so they will be big oceans still. It's just going to be less obnoxious ones. But hopefully we'll still get some more ocean updates past this. Now, the other tweaks, he said 4 main biome categories. He mentioned this before. There's going to be biomes grouped by category, so that biomes are going to be close to each other. And the 4 categories are snow-covered, cold, medium, and dry-warm. So we'll probably see, all the snowy biomes together. We'll see the more temperate ones, and then the hotter, like desert and probably canyon biomes. Maybe even like volcanoes. We'll see that type of thing. You might notice the little pink splotches on this picture. That's just the mushroom biome. Now, biomes will avoid getting placed next to a biome that's too different from itself. Sometimes this still happens, but it's very rare now and not all over the place, Jeb says. And the last tweak here, to fix some stuff, we've added a whole bunch of new biomes. Most biomes have uncommon rare variations that you may run into. Plus, we've also added a bunch of new terrain features, such as new flowers and trees. So this confirms that we're getting new trees. That might have been what Jeb was covering up in that sunflower picture, if you remember. So maybe we'll see the cherry blossom trees that were hinted before in some tweets from the developers. And this is just cool because instead of having all biomes be very similar, we're going to have these weird, uncommon, rare variations that will make you want to explore and find all these weird little versions of biomes that have different quirks. They also added that they're not done yet, so there's a lot more to go. We haven't even gotten a snapshot, so maybe one soon, hopefully. Dinnerbone did say they're going to try to put one out pretty soon. And the last thing here is a bit of news from Dinnerbone. In an attempt to help alleviate a common request, yes, we have already re-implemented server-side resource packs from 1.7, so don't panic. And the maximum size of the resource pack has also been increased to 50 megabytes. So that should help people making custom resource packs, and also it'll make it a little easier if your server decides to use one. So thank you guys for watching. I know that was a ton of news this week, but I'm very excited for 1.7. It's cool that we're getting some clarification and some concrete stuff about what exactly is going to be added even more. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time for more Minecraft news. Goodbye.